ceiling just came crashing down, and I'm looking around in the room. I grabbed my cell phone, I took a picture, and in the left-hand corner, because I couldn't see it with my eyes, was a bright light. I've been having experiences with God, angels, and so forth. I was in my TV room, and a house was built in 1950, and it was a very nice colonial house in Bunker Hill in D.C. So the plaster, I heard a cracking sound in my TV room where I was watching television with my dog JT, who also passed away. And I heard a voice say, "Your ceiling is going to fall." And I'm like, huh? You know how God talks to you and it comes out of your body? It's more like the whole world hears the voice. It was that kind of sound, but it was very peaceful, almost with a sense of humor. And I said, I was, like a little dumbfounded, and it was slow. And I heard the cracking sound. I said, "Oh my God, it's the ceiling." So I ran to the door to get out, and I turned around and ran back and covered my dog, who was on a couch. And the ceiling just came crashing down in the TV room. And that's the photograph I sent you if you received it. And then while I was starting to clean up, and after I took my dog out of the room, I noticed the ceiling didn't hit me. I'm like, wait a minute. The ceiling just fell on me. But how come I'm not hurt? Then I took my dog out, and I kept wondering why wasn't I hurt. And then I heard a voice say, "Take a picture." And I'm looking around in the room and said, "Take a picture." So I grabbed my cell phone after I heard it 3 times. I took a picture, and in the left-hand corner, because I couldn't see it with my eyes, was a bright light.
And you sent that picture to me, right? So I can, for everybody watching, let's see if I can pull it up on my phone. But before you go any further, let me make sure. Let's see, Alex right here. So the picture, I don't know if people can see this, but there's like bright light right in the corner. I mean, it's super bright. And but obviously there was no light there, right? I don't know if you guys can see any of this. Okay, go on. Sorry.
So that light was there, and I'm like, oh my God. So I realized God fixed it so I won't be hurt, and it looks like a doorway or angel, but someone was there, and that's the light. And if you can see pieces of the ceiling that's on the floor and on the couch, and to the right of it, some of the pieces are missing because I was picking it up until I heard the voice say, "Take a picture." And I know God was showing me that, hey, I'm real. I'm with you. I'm jumping around. There's a lot I'm not saying, but I know Jesus is real. Then, after that incident, I had to move to get an apartment while the estate was being settled, because I was dealing with the parents, and they were trying to steal my house when I was in a very bad mental state after my wife died. Then I rented a room, and the room was in Maryland with this Hispanic lady, and she's Dominican, and my friend who helped me move, he was Dominican. And then he said to me when I moved in, "I'm not feeling this house, this lady." I said, "But I'm just going to be here for a short period of time. I was just waiting to get my apartment settled here in Florida." So I was sleeping there, and she had a Santo Domingo, like a skull and stuff, on a door in that room. So I took that down. I put my cross up. I prayed in the room and anointed the room. And I always since I died, I always keep cameras in my room, because I've been having a lot of spiritual activities, and it seemed like cameras pick them up. And I needed not just proof for myself, I needed to see it from that spectrum of light. So when I put my Ring camera, you can put it in your room and on the door. So I put it in my room. So when I'm sleeping, because after I died, I've been having a lot of experiences with spiritual things, from demonic to godly. And I put the camera up, and then one day I was sleeping. Before that happened, I was sleeping. I was outside, and there was a black cat and a white cat. And the white cat would always come to me and play with me. These are two separate cats. And I'm like, what? So anyway, I played with the cat because I love animals. Then I called the black cat to me, and it would come sometime, but during that night, I would see a black shadowy figure roaming the street of that area in Maryland where I was renting this room, and I saw the shadow go to the house where I was at. And people could see these things out of the corner of their eye. Sometimes you could see them moving in a day. But I went to sleep, and I had a dream of a demon with a hood. I mean, an ancient cloth. The cloth was ancient, and it was a gray light shining on it, like a gray, dim, white light shining on it, and all this darkness. And it was looking at me. And I was angry because I got tired of being tormented or having these on and off sightings in my dream, because I was very traumatized from my wife dying and dealing with the parents. And because what I did was I would pray in my house. And this is before I knew better not to burn sage. But I burned sage and prayed, and I shouldn't have been burning sage. I finally realized that, through my relationship with the Lord and guidance from other people who have relationship with the Lord. And the mother would come into the house. I know I'm jumping around. This is after my wife died. And the mother would start bleeding out of her legs. Literally, I mean, just boils all over her legs. And the daughter, her sister, said, "Why do you burn sage?" And I said, "Computer, stop." Oh my God, I can't believe this is happening.
This commercial is brought to you by Computer.
It started talking on its own.
Interesting.
So weird. Anyway, wow.
Something activated that.
It wasn't me. Oh my God. So her sister said, "Why do you burn sage and pray?" I said, "Excuse me, how do you know if I prayed and burn sage? That was 2 hours before you got here. Because you making my mother sick." I said, "Because I prayed," but the mother was very wicked. The mother was, I think she was Christian Science, and they didn't believe in medicals. That's how my wife died. But I thought my wife was Baptist, but she was practicing Christian Science on the side, I guess. And I didn't know until after, before, when the cancer really came out of her chest. But where was I? So
you're talking about burning the sage.
Yeah, burning the sage. So the mother got upset over that. But back to what I was saying before, I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. I was in the house. I'm trying to get back to where I was saying before that. I was anyway. Oh, I was at the house in Maryland. So that demon was coming at me, and I was praying in my dream. I was literally praying while the demon was facing me, but it was a cloth, and it didn't have a face. It was a spirit in this old garment, like a super old demon. Well, and I was that's when I was renting the room and laying down. And that's when I saw that shadow walk towards into the house. I think it came to torment me. this all happened after I died. I was able to see all these things. Then in a dream, I was angry. You know how you in a dream and you can't move and you bound to the bed and you feel pressure on your chest?
Like that paralysis, sleep paralysis kind of thing, right?
Yes. That's not sleep paralysis. That's demonic attack.
I had that. Yeah, where they take control over you.
Yeah, you couldn't. It doesn't take control. It did subdue you due to the sin that you were participating in. It weakens your relationship with God, and it gives the demon the opportunity to attack you. This is what my analysis is of it. So I kept saying, Jesus, Jesus, the blood of Jesus. And then I was trying to get up. I was in a dream. I was getting up. I was literally moving. Because, you know, the paralysis make you won't move. But it was not only in a dream, it was physically. But I was still in a dream state because I was facing this thing. And as I got up to go at it, because I was confident in the Lord. I mean, I was ready to fight this thing when I didn't need to, but I was ready to. And then you know what it did? Because I was able to break loose of his hold in Jesus because of Jesus. I was kept saying Jesus in a dream. It bowed to me. I asked people, how does a demon bow to you? It bothered me that happened afterwards. Why would a demon bow to me? You know, because I was fighting it, trying to fight it. And I was told by pastors that in the Bible, it states demons know who you are and they will bow to you.